Hi and welcome to my platform, and thank you for watching my channel. Please do remember to subscribe, share if you care, and hit the notification bell.
Hi, so today I decided I was going to make a feature art piece on the wall. I got this foam board which was quite large, and it kind of measured up really perfectly to the size of the wall where I wanted to put the art piece. I took my hot glue gun and then I stuck the boards together. After I stuck the boards together, I used hexagon shaped paper plates, which I then decided to lay out on the board first so I could get how it's going to come out. And after I laid each and every single paper plate, I then decided to glue them with my hot glue gun to the foam boards. This was really exciting. It took quite some time, but I really loved the outcome. I was in second thoughts about the color, but I wanted a color that would like really pop. So I decided, you know what, red is the color of the day. Gives a whole new definition to let's go paint the town red. Right, so after I plastered all my plates onto the foam board, I had bought these styrofoam balls which were in different sizes. So I took them and then I used my hot glue gun to stick them onto the board. I just thought it would have a nice textured kind of look. I do admit that when I did decide to spray paint these balls, they kind of shrunk a bit. So next time, I don't know, I'm going to put some kind of protective layer of something over the styrofoam boards just to keep them from shrinking, or I'll buy ones that are hard like plastic instead of a styrofoam one. This is the complete picture, and here is where I spray painted it, and this is where the balls started to shrink, but it still turned out looking nice. The color was, you could still see a bit of the white of the balls, but it kind of still looked nice. It flowed into the art piece itself. Now this was a lot of fun, spray painting it and seeing the final look. Oh, just look at that red, luscious, yummy color. This is where I decided to put my art piece, and this is when it's down. And then I'll show you when it's up. Now what I decided to do is I decided to remove the straight part of the art piece because I just thought, you know what, it would be nice if it had some character. So then this is what I did instead. You can see the top has changed and I just removed a couple of the plates. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.
I found this tissue paper at HomeGoods last month, and I thought this would be a great product to use for decoupaging. So we're starting out with this wood piece that I have from the Dollar Tree. And I grabbed my Mod Podge in the matte finish, and I'm going to go ahead and paint a nice coat of Mod Podge over the top of our wood piece. And once everything is dry, I am going to place that piece of tissue paper right over the top, and we'll use the iron-on method with our piece of parchment paper and our little mini iron, and we'll just iron this right onto our board. Now let's go ahead and remove that piece of parchment paper, and I'm grabbing my zip sander, but any sort of sanding block or sandpaper, even an emery board would work. Now, once our edges are perfect, I take that same zip sander and I'm just going to run that across the lines that are in the board to remove the tissue paper from those areas. Now, I'm going to set that aside for a moment, and I found this snake at the Dollar Tree, and I actually thought this would be a really cute pumpkin. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the tail and the head, and I'm going to hot glue and wood glue the two end pieces that are left here. and shape it in an ovalish shape like a pumpkin. What I found worked good for me is I put a tiny bit of that hot glue on one side and wood glue on the other. I held it in place for a few minutes, and then I grabbed my clip and I'm just going to clip that for about an hour till it dries. And while that's drying, I take the head of my little snake here and I wanted to cover the eyes up. So I'm using some floral tape and I'm just going to wrap that all the way around the entire face of the snake. And once I have this whole thing wrapped up, I am going to come back around and I'm going to paint this with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Truffle. Now, once our stem is completely painted and dried, we have all of our components to put together our piece. And before I glue anything together, I do place everything on our wood board here just to make sure I have everything positioned the way I want it. Now that we have our pumpkin glued to our board, I did want to add one last embellishment. So using my hot glue and a beautiful bow, I'm just going to add that right there on our pumpkin. And now our happy little pumpkin is ready to display. I love how cheerful this pumpkin and sunflower is, and I think this is a great piece just to brighten your day in the fall.
Thank you for watching Lady Red Crafting. Remember, craft more, stress less.
Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome to Creativity. I'm Sandy. I've got this rectangular gold wired basket from the Dollar Tree. It's actually already beautiful as it is, but today I'm really going to step it up and give it a new and more upscale look by turning it into a mirrored tray. To begin, I'm going to take this 8x10 black framed mirror from the Dollar Tree and disassemble it. We'll take the mirror itself and place it inside the wired basket. To keep the mirror in place, though, I'm going to make a platform base to go underneath the wired basket. Here, I'm using the cardboard backing from the framed mirror, and I'm using it as a template to trace out 2 sheets of foam board that will be the exact same size. Then I'll use a box cutter to cut out the pieces. Once I have the 2 pieces of foam board cut out, I'll glue them together using some white glue. We'll sandwich the 2 boards together like so. To cover the edges around the foam board, I'm going to apply a silver crystal ribbon all around the foam boards. To adhere the trim to the foam board, a little hot glue is all you need. I found this ribbon on Amazon and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It has a little stretch to it as well, so it's easy to work with when you need to get around corners and edges. Next, we're going to make some legs for our tray using 4 gold Christmas ornament balls I saved up from the holidays. Dollar Tree sells these in a 16-pack and I just love crafting with them. Here I have removed the caps from each of the ornament balls and we're snipping off the tips from the ornaments. Then I'm going to apply a dollop of hot glue right by the opening of the ornament ball so we can insert the tip of a diamond-shaped acrylic gem into it like so. Then hold the 2 pieces together for a few moments to let the hot glue cool, and now we have our first leg made. Once all 4 legs are made, we'll want to hot glue them onto each of the 4 corners of the cardboard base we just made. Here I'm applying a tiny bit of hot glue onto the other end of the ornament ball and then adhering it to the cardboard backing. And this is what our tray base looks like with the legs. Next, we'll use a strong adhesive like Fix-All to adhere the wired basket and mirror to the cardboard base. After the Fix-All is fully cured overnight, I'm going to go back in to finish embellishing the tray with a string of silver beaded necklace, which will hide the seams between the basket and the cardboard base. As a final touch that will really amp up the glam factor for this mirrored tray, I'm going to add a large teardrop-shaped crystal gem in between the wiring all along the sides of the basket. I found a box of these gems at Hobby Lobby and they're so much fun to craft with. And here's the final look for our gold mirror tray. The golden crystal legs we made really elevates the look of this tray, and the silver embellishments against the gold wired basket really gives this tray a unique look. And here's what the tray looks like adorned with some of my favorite table decor pieces that I made, including a jewelry jar adorned with pearls, gems, and crystal beads, as well as a one-of-a-kind tall silver tea light holder.
Hi, new friends. My name is Lacee, and welcome to our space, a space where you and I can connect with all things DIY. I want to thank you to Essentials for giving me the opportunity to share with you this DIY that I started. I started off with the Dollar Tree items, that vase and the mirror. I have a little leftover vinyl and some craft paper from Hobby Lobby. I also have a battery operated puck light and that little glass topper. you will see it's actually a candle holder. So the first thing I wanted to do was take this vellum craft paper and cover this entire vase. Now it would have fit all the way around the short way, but I wanted it tall to do the entire vase, and I had planned to glue it on with some two-sided tape. However, I ran out, and so I'm just using a little bit of hot glue on the corners and in the middle to secure this down. And I had to cut an extra strip to cover the entire thing. Like I said before, it would have went around all the way the short way, but I would have had a lot of space that wasn't covered. Then, to ensure that it didn't go anywhere right now, I used a little Scotch tape in one spot. After that, I am taking the vinyl that I have left over, and I'm cutting 1/2-inch strips, and I plan on putting one at the top and one at the bottom of this vase to give it a nice finished look. It also helps hide a little bit of that push light that I am going to be using. So I do the top, and then I turn around, and of course I do the bottom, and this is what it looks like. Then I put in my push light, and then I set it on top of the mirror. You can glue it down if you don't want it to move, or you can just set it on top. And then I put the other candle holder on top of it, and I tried out a couple of things that I thought would look nice in the middle of it. But what I found is I just did my daughter's wedding, and so I used one of the flowers that I had left from that, and I thought that looked best. I love how this turned out, and so I made a second one with the leftover vellum, and I changed out the bottoms of it, and I grabbed a different flower that had some feathers from her wedding, and I think this looks the best. I still left the other one with the little candle holder on it, but then I decided to remove that, and the dessert sign was from the wedding, and I just put the flower on top of it. I think this is perfect for a special occasion, and it will work also for just a light in your house if you love how it turned out. I love to make light up things, and so here I'm going to be sharing a couple other ones with you. Of course, I'd like to thank CreaTvDIY Essentials for this opportunity to compete in this contest. If you'd like to catch any of my other DIYs, you can follow me over on Lacee's Space, and I will catch you in my next video.
Well, hello my beautiful people, welcome back. I'll be using this beautiful peel and stick from the Dollar Tree. This nesting tray came in a set from Woodpecker's Craft. So I painted the outer part of the tray with apple barrel white, and I'm going to give this also some folk art conch shell pink. And now the tray is all dry, and because Christine is a little extra, I'm going to be painting some flowers on here using some pink, metallic gold, and a little nutmeg brown. I'm trying to replicate the pattern from the wallpaper on the outside of the tray. And I know it look like spider webs right now, but this is gonna turn out beautiful. Trust me, you will see how beautiful this looks when I'm done with it. But here I'm going in now with the gold paint around the edge of the pink. And this is what my first pink flowers look like. I'm going to continue along the outside of the tray until I was done. I'm also going to do some black as well as some of that brown shade. Isn't that pretty? Love it already. So now I'm taking the wallpaper and I'm just laying it on top of the tray and measuring where I need it to cut. You have to cut it in a way where it fits in the middle and don't have too much edge on the outside. And now it's cut out. It's time to peel and stick. If you would like to see the full tutorial of this project, you can watch that on my channel. But remember that this video is a part of the CreaTvDIY Essentials competition, where a lot of us are vying for your vote. So make sure to vote for us. We would truly appreciate that. There was a little piece that was hanging over, and I just used the X-Acto knife to remove that. Now I'm just adding some Mod Podge to seal the paint in. And I'm carefully dabbing on the Mod Podge because the gold marker runs if you try to swipe with the Mod Podge. See, that's what happened, and I had to use a piece of cloth to wipe that off. And that's basically it, guys. I love this and I hope you do too. But thank you so much for joining me for this quick project. I truly appreciate the journey with you all. Bye.
Welcome, y'all. I'm Robin, and in today's video, I'm going to be crafting from my stash to create some really rustic farmhouse everyday decor. Let's get started. For this DIY, I'm using a dowel rod, 2 trays, and 2 cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to attach both of the trays together on top of one another using wood glue and hot glue. You can use the paint colors of your choice. I chose to use the celery and the plaster, giving a distress coat to both. Then I attach each cutting board to one end of the trays using again the wood glue and the hot glue. To see how I distressed all these pieces, please visit my YouTube channel at Crafts Unleashed by Robin. I chose a rub-on transfer to use on one of the cutting boards, but you use what you have on hand, a stencil, your Cricut, etc. I wrapped the dowel rod in some twine, which is going to be my handle, and there you have a piece that you can display all year round. Next is this faux planter that I'm going to be making using 2 coasters and 6 1-gallon paint stir sticks. I painted the backs of the coasters black, and I made a simple black stain with some paint simply by adding water and applied that to all 6 of my paint sticks. I made sure that the numbers on the paint sticks were facing the inside of the box, and I attached 2 more of the sticks to the bottom, and you have this classic farmhouse piece that you can store florals or maybe some coffee K-cups in for your kitchen. Let me know what you guys think of this one. To make this very simple farmhouse sign, I'm using this cute pig garden stake and this wood piece that came from Hobby Lobby. After I got it painted, I added a rub-on transfer, removed the pig from the stake, used a combination of E6000 and hot glue to attach it down to my sign, added a hanger, and you have this adorable little pig wall hanger. Yvonne, I want you to know how truly thankful I am for this once-in-a-lifetime YouTube opportunity. Us smaller channels don't get opportunities like this every day. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to everyone that has watched these videos, that has visited my channel, I hope to see you around my craft table. And until next time, y'all go get your craft on. Bye.